is.
SNJRadio.com. No negative news, no politics, just feel good music.
Yes, and this is the show where we invite guests every Sunday and we talk about whatever works. Everyone has a story, everyone has a life, and we love to have them come on and, just talk about whatever works. We did have a guest come in today, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. He wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
And he had a funny story. It was kind of random, and I wanted to know what the story is about, and I was going to wait until he came on the show, so it was more organic. But, Kyle, you want to talk about what the story was? What happened?
Real quick, if you're on Instagram, we're going to be raffling off some Harkins tickets. So we're going to have a trivia question if you get it right. The call number is 888-909-1050.
Yeah. And we're going to do two in the hour, one in the first half, one in the second half.
One
so
in
you
the
guys
first
have
half,
two
one in the second
chances
half.
of winning 2 free tickets to the Harkins movie. So the guest who couldn't make it, what happened? Like, not why he couldn't make it, but what was the story that he wanted to tell?
So my dad had his walker stolen at Look Cinema. So he was upset and he wanted to talk about that.
Imagine, being someone who needs a walker or someone who needs crutches, and then someone just takes it.
Yeah.
Like, that's so crazy, bro. That's pretty savage. And so I was actually, for whatever reason, I was thinking about this today. When I was a kid, I was a savage. And I grew up, I matured since then, and I hung around with the wrong crowd. And I was thinking back when we were trying to walk home, and it's been a long time. Like, it was a far walk, right?
Yeah.
And there was some kid's bike out in the front yard. And I was never the type of kid to, like, steal and do whatever, but my buddy took the bike, and there was actually 3 of us. And talk about instant karma. Okay, because I was gonna take the bike back, like, eventually, like,
Right.
okay, we took the bike, but I felt guilty. I was gonna take it back, but we took the bike. All 3 of us were on the bike. None of us were wearing helmets, and we went to go turn on my street, and it was a smooth turn. It was nice and easy, but for whatever reason, the bars or the wheels or something got caught, and we all just flipped on this bike. We all just ate crap, and I knew from the beginning. I was like, I knew we shouldn't have taken this bike.
Yeah.
Talk about instant karma.
Oh, man.
But what's crazy? Before we came on the show, what would be a good trivia question would be, we're not going to use this for the tickets, so don't worry about it, guys. But how long have we been doing this show for? Right? We had Joe. He asked us, like, how long have you guys been doing it? And we were like thinking about it, like, wow, I've been doing it for coming up to 5 years.
4 years. Oh, yeah, 5.
Yeah, I've done it for 4. I'm making my way to the 5th.
Yeah.
Accomplishing that. And then you've been doing it
For 3 years, about to be 4.
working on your 4th year.
Wow, that's crazy.
It is crazy. And to tell you guys a little something about, like, for example, we had a movie director come on the show.
We've had movie directors.
We had a bounty hunter.
We've had bounty hunters come on, talk
Oh,
about
man.
human trafficking.
We had prison talk, which I'm super excited for because next week is going to be another segment of prison talk.
Oh, there we go.
Definitely something different. The first one, if you guys never heard that or saw that podcast or whatever, it was a pretty good show.
It was.
He just came out of prison. He was there for 10 years.
Mhm.
I actually knew him before, we were like little kids, like
Right.
9, 10, 11 years old. And he went to prison for 10 years. And I had him on the show almost the first month he came out.
Oh.
And so everything
Yeah.
was still fresh,
That's right. Yeah, he did just get out.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this other guy that's coming on, not same story, but he also went to prison. But there's other questions I also want to talk about because, like, last time we talked about, the politics and, like, really, like, serious talk about prison.
Right.
And if you guys missed it, you guys can go back on Spotify or our website or anything and just look up KCA, whatever works. We don't have any of the titles labeled for some reasons, but all our past shows are there. So
All the past shows.
we had someone who escaped a cult.
Yeah.
That was a hit. We had music artists, of course. We had the school district.
Yeah. We had a victim of a murder suicide.
Yeah. Guys, that was crazy.
Right. Yeah.
That was the most serious interview we ever done. But it was the most important, and I'll tell you why. Because what happened to her happens to a lot of people.
It does.
And to give you guys a little sneak peek of what happened, when she was 6 years old, her mom came home in the middle of the night and murdered the whole family.
Yeah.
And then the mom, thinking she killed everyone, she killed herself. But the only survivor was that 6-year-old girl
Yeah.
who is now in her late 30s. I think she's like 38. And she got shot in the stomach. And it took 2 days for anyone to come do a health and wellness check. And we
Yeah.
had her and the police officer that first showed up on scene to talk about their stories.
that was cool.
It actually made the news article from Montclair because that's where it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we had a lot of interesting stories, and we got a lot more interesting stories here in the near future. I'm super excited about. What's some other ones that we got going here? Well, we got the EDM, right?
Yeah, we have some EDM artists coming on.
Yeah, which is going to
later
be
on
a
in the
little
month.
different because we usually
Yeah.
have like rappers and rock people. Like, Stay Tuned. If most of you guys know who Stay Tuned is, we had them on the show.
Yeah.
They're awesome people, dude. Way back in the day, but again, so we just keep it going. If you guys know anyone that you guys want to come on the show, if you guys want to talk, we have Mother's Day coming up.
Yeah, we're having our moms on.
We always have our moms come on Mother's Day,
Yep.
and it should be a fun one. So stay tuned for that one, guys. We are going to be doing a giveaway for that as well for a Mother's Day present. Because some people, they wait until the last second to get their mom something, and then it's like, I don't know how or where or what to get them. We'll have something for you guys probably the week prior on Mother's Day, so you guys can plan ahead, things like that. But today, we do not have a guest, so it's just going to be Kyle and I.
Yep.
I will actually be Kyle's guest today. We'll do a little flipperoo. Just kidding. But we're just going to go back and forth and talk about a couple things, what's been happening, what's going on, and then in about 5 minutes, we'll do the trivia. So stay tuned, guys. If you guys want those free Harkin tickets, I got a pair of them. You can watch any movie with it. It's just free movie tickets. All you got to do is be the first person to call in. That number is
888-909-1050.
first person to call in, get the answer right, gets a pair of free movie tickets. So we're going to do that in this half, and we'll also do it in the second half. So, Kyle, what's going on, bro? What do you want to talk about tonight?
We always dive deep, so I think we should continue that tradition.
Dive deep. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's something that I heard today, actually, on a podcast. And he said they did a survey, a study, and they asked, I think, 1,600 people in the United States, and they said, what keeps people in poverty?
That's interesting.
Yes. And that's not the trivia question. I'll tell you when it's happening. But
yeah.
what keeps people in poverty? And the majority came up with 2 answers. Do you know what those 2 answers are? I have my own personal answer, which was not the majority of the 2.
What keeps people in poverty?
Yes.
I'm gonna say probably government programs, like excessive.
Oh. Okay, that's pretty good. I didn't think about that.
Because especially, and I don't know how most states work. I just know how this state works. If you live in a state where you make more off unemployment, why would you go back to work? And then
they make it seem like you want to stay where you're at.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think there should be more programs out there that help people get to where they need to go, rather than help people be complacent.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We had the Redlands mayor on a few weeks back. Remember that?
Yeah, the Redlands mayor.
And I actually got to see one of his projects he talked about. He talked about Liberty Lane. You remember that?
Okay. And what is Liberty Lane?
That's the housing off Texas Street that's going to be for homeless veterans.
Okay.
And so I actually got to see some of the buildings coming up. And it was pretty cool. And
That is pretty cool.
And it says Liberty Lane right there. It says what it is and where your tax money's going to. So
as long as everything is shown, right? As long
Yeah.
as you know where your money's going, where your taxes are going, I'm cool with it. Then
Right, exactly.
we can make our decisions from there. But the 2 most popular answers given on this survey of why most people in poverty stay in poverty is lack of opportunity
Yep.
and lack of effort.
Yeah.
So if you actually went up and started moving your feet and started working, maybe more opportunities would open for you. So it's kind of like a catch-22. But my answer to that was why people in poverty stay in poverty. My answer is your habits.
Yeah.
Overall, your habits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a saying that success is subtraction, right? It's not when you see some rich guy, right? You're like, oh, like what do you do? It's like the answer actually is like, what do I not do, right? Like you guys, you can't live two lives. You have to choose a lane, right?
Right.
How can someone become dedicated, disciplined, making money, be successful, at the same time being lazy, going out and partying, spending other money, things like that.
Right.
Like you can't play both sides because you only have one life,
Mm-hmm.
right? So how can you live two, right? And there's another thing where they say, technically you do have two lives: the one that you live, and then the one that you could live. So but
Right.
you make that choice though.
Yeah.
So every time, bro, like every night, I do my gratitudes. I do the opposite of everybody. Like people say in the morning, I do my gratitude in the morning. I do my gratitudes at night. Like when I pray,
Yeah.
I'm like, thank God for, me breathing still.
Yeah.
My family.
That's a good way to end the night, though.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then in the morning, it's everything I regret from the day before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially, hey, we got a thumbs up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been drinking, right? Like the other day, I don't really drink that often anymore.
Right.
But when I do, man, I wake up barely. I want to stay in bed. I have a headache, and then most of my day is wasted. That's when people say, "Oh, I got wasted last night." My definition of that is like, yeah, I wasted my time. I wasted my day. I wasted wasted money.
Yeah.
Bro, the worst thing to do is to drink and use your card, like your debit card or your credit card.
Oh.
Because there is an attachment, all right? Like
There
if you
is.
have your credit card or debit card, you still have that. You're getting it back. But if you have, let's say, some Benjamins or some Andrew Jacksons, some dollar bills, you see that money and it ain't coming back.
Right.
So there's like an emotional attachment to the money that you have.
Mhm.
But on a card, you just whoop, whoop, whoop. Bro, I guarantee you most of these people have the same experience. They went out one night and they spent way more money than they thought they should.
Yep. Always.
Always, right?
Always.
It's crazy. Okay, trivia time, guys. Get ready. We're going to be doing a question. We're going to be giving away a pair of Harkin tickets here in Redlands for free. You just got to be the first person to call in and get the answer right.
Yeah. So that's 888-909-1050.
One more time.
888-909-1050.
Okay. Or you guys, since some people are watching us live on Instagram, you can just type in the chat, okay? But whichever one comes first, this is what we're going to do. And Kyle, I know, because since we're doing two
Yeah.
pairs of tickets tonight, first half, second half, did you want to do the first half trivia and then I'll do the second half?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. You guys ready?
All right. This is the first question, okay? If you have the answer, call in right away.
Or use the Instagram chat.
Or use the Instagram chat at KCAA, whatever works.
All right. What's the question?
The question is, who or which company invented the first drive-through?
Say it again. What was the question?
Which company invented the first drive-through?
Okay, guys. Whoever can answer first.
And I'm talking about fast food restaurant.
Right. So what company created the first fast food drive-through? First person to answer gets a pair of Harkin movie tickets.
Yeah.
We'll let that sit. And if you guys don't know the number, again, that's
888-909-1050.
888-909-1050. All right, so we'll let that sit. We'll keep an eye on the messages, but we're going to go back to our conversations here. So we're talking about habits, right? We're talking about why people stay where they're at.
Right.
Okay. And hey, Joe, we got our first caller. Let's call it in. Okay, let's see if. Okay. Press it. Okay. Hello, are you there? Hello, you're on KCA. Whatever works. Are you here for the
I want to
trivia?
answer the question.
Yes. Okay. So, before you answer, I just want to repeat the question. What was the first company that made the first fast food drive-through? And your answer is?
McDonald's.
So,
McDonald's is not it.
McDonald's is incorrect. Good one, good one.
Yeah,
That was good.
That was a good one.
Hey, thank you for calling. All right, you guys.
All
So,
right.
McDonald's is not the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question again is, what company made the first fast food drive-through?
Yeah. First fast food drive-through.
This is a pair of. This is for a pair of tickets to the movie theaters.
I will say that was close.
That was a good guess.
That was a good guess.
That was my second guess, to be honest.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was.
that was probably. Yeah, that was a good guess.
That was pretty close. You guys still have a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Harkins movie theater. Just call in at 888-909-1050.
Yeah.
Wow, that was good. All right, got the adrenaline flowing. So going back to your habits and why people stay poor. So there's a lot of things you can do, right?
Right.
Like some people say, like, oh, I can't buy, let's say, assets, or I can't buy certain things, right?
Right.
To build me up, to grow me out of that. But you can always sell. Excuse me. I don't know how much stuff I have personally that I don't have or need.
Oh, we got another caller. We got another caller.
Plug him in. You good? Okay, you're on KCA. Whatever works. Are you here for the trivia question?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's the answer? Give it to us.
The answer is Red's Giant Burger.
Repeat that?
Red's Giant Burger.
No, that is not right. That is
All right, I'll just play those bakers.
no.
it's
It's
not
close. We're actually getting really close, but that is not it.
We're dialing in,
All right,
everybody. We're
I'm
dialing.
putting
Hey,
it in
thank
and
you for calling. I appreciate you. Okay, guys. So we
Wow.
have we have McDonald's and we have Baker's, which are not the correct answers.
What's crazy is this might kind of give it away,
No, don't get away.
but
No hints, bro.
okay,
No hints.
okay.
What I'm okay.
But there is something in common between the right answer and the last two answers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes. So if you guys are watching on Instagram,
Yeah.
McDonald's and Baker's are not the first company to make a drive-through fast food.
That's
food
correct.
drive-through.
Yeah.
Keep calling. Hey, honestly, I'll when we come back, when we go on break, I want to tell you something. This is crazy. You guys,
We're close.
we're very close, and I appreciate everyone really putting in their thoughts and effort.
Yeah.
And like, let's say you're driving. I mean, maybe one of those guys are driving, but they weren't on their phones. You know, they weren't. You can just look it up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hint right there. You can just look it up to get a free pair of tickets.
Yeah. But there is something in common between the right answer and McDonald's and Baker's.
Yes, that's pretty exciting.
And do you know what it is?
They're all like local, like
They're all founded.
here in Southern California. Okay, that was a good hint.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So whoever calls in next, I think they might get the answer. They might just
Yeah.
get these pair of tickets. And the way this works, guys, is our board op Joe. He's gonna be answering the phone, and then once you guys get it, congratulations, and then he'll get you guys information, and name, number, whatever, and then we'll just send you the tickets so you guys have it, right?
Yep.
So again, the trivia question is, what was the first what company was the first one to put in a fast food drive-through? So, going back to what we were talking about, man, we have two callers. Hey, get the first one first, and then we'll ding it in. Okay, you are live on KCAA. Do you know the answer to our trivia question?
Of course I do. It's my first. It's my the burgers of the Bible, In-N-Out.
There we go.
Hey,
Yeah.
all right.
Congratulations.
All right, so we got our first winner. The company that first ever made the fast food drive-through is. He said, "What did he say?" He said the Bible of the burger.
That's true. This is the best burger.
In-N-Out, you guys.
In-N-Out, yeah.
In-N-Out was the first company to build a fast food drive-through. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Whoever that was, whoever called in. I know.
Whoever called in.
Hey, congratulations,
yeah.
Anthony.
Yeah,
That was
congratulations,
awesome.
Anthony.
He just won a pair of tickets to the movie theaters at the Harkins here in Redlands. We have another one during the second half, so
Yeah.
please stay tuned. Come back.
Definitely stay tuned.
Yeah.
We have another exciting question.
Honestly, good job, Kyle. That was a good question. That was
that was
solid. I like that. That's kind of funny. So I like how that question really just brought people in. I enjoyed that a lot. That was good.
You know.
But we only have a couple more minutes until we go on break.
Well, let me just tell a couple facts about In-N-Out.
Sure. Yeah. Great.
You know, the CEO is actually rated one of the best CEOs to work for
Really?
ever in any company, and her name is Lindsay Snyder, and she fought tooth and nail with her board of directors to keep prices down.
Like Costco.
Yeah, and
Nice.
the only price raise they've ever done, which started in L.A., the L.A. market, was a 25-cent raise on the burger prices and a 5-cent raise on the fries.
Wow.
Everything else is the same
Wow. Since they opened?
since they opened. Well, no, inflation's kind of brought everything up.
Right. But
Because like when they first started, it was like 5-cent
okay, yeah.
burgers or whatever.
We should just do a whole trivia on In-N-Out.
Yeah, we could.
You know, when did it first open? Where was the first location?
It was founded in the 1950s in Baldwin Park. The original In-N-Out is still there
Wow.
with old cars and different things.
Oh, thank you, Joe. That kind of scared me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got 1 minute until we go on our 5-minute break. That was awesome. That was a good first half.
Yeah, that was a good. Yeah, congrats,
So-
Anthony. Anthony, if you're still listening, you could try again for 2 more if you want to.
You get another pair.
Yeah.
Of tickets to the Harkins and Redlands.
on the second half. So we'll take a 5-minute intermission coming up in the next 30 seconds, and then you can call in, which is 888-909-1050. You could be like Anthony, or
And be a
Anthony
winner.
could double up.
Double up. All right, you guys. You're listening to Whatever Works on KCAA 1050 and 106.5 FM. We're going to take a 5-minute break, but when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about some real talk.
Yeah,
And
real talk.
the next trivia question kind of ties in with all of it. So I'm really excited about
There we
that.
go.
You guys on Instagram, stay tuned. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, okay?
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda is sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932, protecting the future of working families. Teamsters 1932.org.
Introducing Simply Light. Can you hear that? That's the sweet sound of less sugar and fewer calories. We want to make sure you hear it's less sugar and fewer calories because it tastes so good.
This is Scientific American's 60-Second Science. I'm Christopher Intagliata. Men inherit their Y chromosomes from their fathers, and they get an almost exact copy, other than a few mutations, meaning very little changes about the Y chromosome from generation to generation.
You may just have 100 people with the same Y chromosome because they are all descended from one man.
Marcus Feldman, a population geneticist at Stanford.
They all had this great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, and every male relative of that individual who's a first-degree relative has the same Y chromosome.
Researchers have thus used Y chromosome data, along with mitochondrial DNA, which is passed down only by our mothers, to investigate aspects of ancient populations. For example, one recent study found a huge drop in Y chromosome diversity 5,000 to 7,000 years ago. At the same time, mitochondrial DNA diversity continued to grow, implying a possible crash in the male population, with 17 women to every man. But
It seemed to us that the 17-to-1 sex ratio was just too extreme to be real.
so Feldman and his team used computational models to investigate other ideas, and they found that bloody fights between genetically homogeneous clans could have produced the same results.
Essentially, we're saying that the clans that are fighting one another are built around having the same Y chromosome.
Imagine a single deadly battle, knocking out a whole clan of men with the same Y chromosomes. Then repeat that unpleasant scenario a few times. You'd get a huge drop in the diversity of Y chromosomes as the victorious clans won battles and expanded. The details are in the journal Nature Communications. Eventually, Y chromosome diversity bounced back as smaller clan structures were replaced by large, genetically diverse cities and societies. A cultural innovation that we too inherited.
Bob Vila here with my home
Thanks for
improvement
listening
tip of the
to
day.
Scientific Americans.
Gas-powered fireplaces have been showing up in more and more homes in the past few years. They're clean, easy to use, and add a nice ambiance to the home. However, one drawback is the noises they sometimes make. If you hear a popping noise when the burner's on, it may signal small leaks around joints in the burner assembly. To test for leaks, first turn off the burner, and once the ceramic logs have cooled off, remove them from the firebox. Next, mix a bit of liquid detergent with water and pour it into a spray bottle. Turn the now exposed burner assembly back on and look for any small bursts of flame that may be popping around the joints. If you don't see any, try spraying a little detergent mix on the various joints and fittings in the burner assembly. If you see bubbles, you've found the leak. If you can't find a leak, or the leak you find appears to be a hole in the assembly itself, you'll want to call in a pro. Get more info at
Want it easy?
BobVila.com. And right
To
here.
listen to KCAA on your smartphone, that is, listen to your favorite programs easily. No more buffering, waiting, frustration, or downloading a special app. KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and 102.3 FM have made it as easy as dialing the phone. Call our special dial-up phone number and listen until your heart's content. Listen in your Snuggie. Or whatever. Just listen, or even on the road. Call 1-701-801-4444. That's 1-701-801-4444. And get ready to have your mind expanded on the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM. You can also listen at kcaaradio.com.
This is Gary Garver. In these trying times, many people are depressed and lost because the future of our society is up in the air. People turn to drastic measures, including the abuse of drugs and alcohol. If you're going through these troubling times and turning to substance abuse because you're feeling there is no hope, we have a way for you to see the light. SAD, or Stop Abusing Drugs and Alcohol, is a nonprofit organization that will help you, at no cost to you, stop abusing drugs or alcohol. Founded by Tony Navarchi, SAD will refer you to the top detox doctors in your area. If you're having financial hardships, SAD will pay every and any cost for you, including doctor visits, counseling, and medications. Save your life and contact Tony. You can reach out to him by calling him personally at 310-999-1887. Or visit the website.
Thinking about buying a home or maybe just refinancing? Let the mortgage voice Jeff Barton guide you.
And I think if people get the expectation going into the process, there's less likely to be freaking out at the end about what's happening.
The Mortgage Voice, Saturday at 3 p.m. and Sundays at noon here on KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
Are you tired of the same old conversations that everyone keeps talking about?
Want to hear something new, fun, and exciting?
Listen to Whatever Works here on KCAA every Sunday at 7 p.m.
We have amazing guests with interesting and unique topics. We do giveaways and we have sponsorship opportunities.
It's more than just a show, it's a lifestyle. You can also find us on kcaaradio.com or our website, kcaawhateverworks.com, to find upcoming and previous episodes.
We'd like to thank all the KCAA listeners for supporting our show. This is on. This is the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, feeling
Yep.
good, like I should. When in Cocoa, walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Whatever Works on KCAA 1050 AM and Express 106.5 FM. I'm your host, Sam Works.
I'm Kyle Kerrigan.
And tonight is a fun little night we got going on, you guys.
Trivia questions.
Yes. So the first half, we did a trivia question to win a pair of tickets to the Harkey Movie Theaters in Redlands. This half, we're doing another pair of tickets. Movie tickets to the Harkey Movie Theaters in Redlands. Super excited. We had a bunch of callers call in. We appreciate every single one that called in. What was that trivia question in the beginning? What was the one in the first half of the hour?
Oh, like the one I asked?
Yeah. What was that? What was that one?
So basically, who invented or what company, fast food company, invented the first drive-through speaker?
Yes.
And the answer was In-N-Out.
Yeah. And we had some really good guesses.
We had some really good guesses.
Yeah.
Then all based out of California. Someone gets Baker's, someone gets Sonic, someone gets McDonald's. McDonald's was a good one.
Yeah.
I thought after McDonald's that was a sealed deal.
Yeah.
But no, I kept thinking of other people. Kept thinking of other ones. I was like, oh yeah, those.
So,
I guess those are all.
Yeah.
California.
So, really cool. But this part of the segment, we're going to be doing another trivia question for anyone who calls in or comments in the Instagram live on KCA, Whatever Works. First person to answer the question correctly will get a pair of tickets to the Harkey Movie Theaters in Redlands.
Yeah.
And we're kind of like talking deep a little bit, talking about the question that I brought up. The topic was why people in poverty stay in poverty and things like that. And we had some pretty good conversations, and we're ultimately talking about habits and, if you can't buy anything, like buy assets or put your money into stocks or whatever, you can always sell. Everyone has stuff. 1 out of every 5 people have a storage unit.
Wow.
1 in every 5. That means you have more stuff than you need.
That sounds like I need to invest in storage units.
Ah, dude, don't tell the world that, bro. Okay, all right. So I am no longer one of those people who have a storage unit. You know this, right?
Yeah,
thanks
you're welcome.
Yeah. And so 1 in 5 people have a storage unit at like a self-storage facility and things like that. And
yeah.
I'm canceling my storage unit. I'm packing things away, and I talked to the guy. I said, "Hey, how much does it take to own one of these?" Because forget about real estate. All right, crazy to say that. I like how he walks in.
It was A&W.
It was In-N-Out.
First drive-through, it was A&W.
Don't say that.
Before In-N-Out. But okay.
Oh.
Research shows. No, just kidding. Anyways, so we might have made a slight mistake. But anyways, we're talking about self-storage units, and I asked the guy, I said, "Hey, how much does it cost to take to like buy one of these things?" And he said, "Believe it or not, it's about $20 million. $20 million. And I was like, that's crazy. And he says, you have to put $10,000 lucrative cash, and then you can finance the rest.
What?
So you're going to have to like find investors, whatever. But here's the catch. He says, in this facility alone, there's 500 units. The average storage price is like $200. He's like, every month you're making over $100K.
Yeah.
But it's to get your foot in the door in order to get a storage unit like that.
Yeah.
So even though there's opportunities there, it's really hard to get these opportunities. And that was like one of the topics early in the first half is people in poverty, when the survey said that most of them is due to lack of opportunity or lack of effort or, work and stuff like that. But you had a really good conclusion about, the government stepping in and giving you air quotes incentives to help you live the life that you, air quote, want, but it's really just keeping you where you're at.
Now, let me clarify something. I think those government programs are great, especially if you need help, you can get the help.
Right.
But, I don't think it should be big enough that you should use the system. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think you should be able to have barely enough that you can cover what you need, but also give you those programs where we could put you in jobs or, back to school or whatever.
Right, things like that. And so this next trivia question is actually going to be talking about, well, I don't want to give it away, but along the economy and along these things. But I want to talk a little bit about how we can get out of this poverty line, right? And for one, it's your habits, right? Subtraction is success. You know, you subtract the drinking, you subtract the eating, you subtract, you know, staying out late, going out at night, and you literally start focusing yourself. Because like I said earlier, you can't live two lives, right? You can't be this disciplined, money-making machine, family success, while you're at the same time you're, you know, being irresponsible, spending your money that you don't need to spend and things like that. So you really got to pick and choose what you want.
Yeah.
And for the most part, it's instant gratification over delayed gratification. And that's why a lot of people seem to fall into that, because us humans are very emotional.
Right.
Right. And so to control our emotions, to control our money, to control ourselves, you know, God says the one who controls himself can now have the keys to the city. Because like, if you can't control yourself, how can you control anything else around you?
Right.
You know, if you can't manage yourself and you want to be a business owner, how can you manage a business? You can't, you know. I know people just tuned in on Instagram Live. We are giving away free tickets, a pair of tickets to the Harkin movie theaters here in Redlands, for if you guys get the first person to answer the trivia question that I'm going to be speaking of in about 3 minutes. So at 7:45, I will be giving out the trivia question to those free movie tickets. If you guys are not on Instagram Live, or if you are, you can just comment. If not, you can call the number
888-909-1050.
That's 888-909-1050. And okay, so we got habits, but another thing is your thoughts, right?
Right.
Everything starts from a thought.
Mhm.
Dude, creation from a thought. Inventions from a thought, from an idea, right? But if you put yourself in a bad place in your mind, in your head, and you think everything is bad,
Right.
then everything is bad.
And then you're stuck in that thought.
You're stuck in that thought bubble. And there's another thing called self-hypnosis, right? Whatever you speak, that's why it's so critical to be careful what you speak. Because if you say, I can't do this, well, then, yeah, you're probably right. If you say, hey, it's too heavy,
Right.
or you say, hey, that's too big of a goal. You know, my mentor told me a really good story during our training, and it was about a guy who's out there, he's at this lake, and he sees this old man fishing, and the old man catches a really big fish, and he just lets it go, right? And then guy's like, whoa, like da-da-da. Old man's out there fishing, catches another big fish, lets it go. He's like, what are you doing? Again, even a bigger fish. And he's like, sir, why you're catching all these big fish and you're letting them go? Why? He said, because it's my frying pan is too small, right?
Yeah.
So the whole moral of the story is people, they stop, like their frying pan is their dreams and their goals, right? Even when the opportunity comes to them, they're like, no, it's too much. Or I don't have enough. I got this, I got that. And it's really hard for people to really get a hold of that. Bro, he can share that fish. He can get a bigger frying pan, you know, things like that. But people are so stuck in a minuscule mindset that it brings them down.
Right.
You know? And so just think more of yourself, right? Think more of the world. Okay, guys, you guys ready for round 2 of trivia? If you guys are on
Round
Instagram,
2 of the trivia.
first one to answer this trivia question and get it right gets a pair of Harkin movie tickets here in Redlands. We got some people dialed in on the phone. If you guys be the first one to call in, 909 or 888-909-1050. All right, you guys ready for this? So,
Yeah.
the trivia question to win these pair of movie tickets is, what is the average salary in America? Average salary.
How much does the average American make?
First person to call in or puts in the chat.
If you
who gets
put
it
in
right,
the chat, if you put it
it's
in the
free.
chat,
and don't cheat, you guys. We got some people who are really being honest here. So, all right, we got our first caller. Plug him in. No worries. Here. Okay. Hey, welcome to Whatever Works.
What's good?
All right, you got our answer for us?
My answer is 38,000.
close.
So
but
our
not
caller
it.
said 38,000 for the average salary in America, but I'm sorry to say that is incorrect. We have another caller. Let's plug him in here. I got you. You're listening to Whatever Works on KCAA. You have the answer for the trivia question?
Is it 59,000?
Again, close,
no.
but no cigar. It is not 59,000. It is not 38,000. Thank you guys for calling in. You guys still have a chance to win a pair of movie tickets to the
movie
Harkins and
tickets.
Redlands. Give us a call. Shoot us a text on Instagram. First person to get it right. Hey, you get to watch free movies.
Yeah, free.
Dude, speaking of movies, Dune 2. I heard the movie Dune 2 is really cool, really good, but
Yeah,
you
it's
have to
interesting.
watch the first one
Yeah.
because it kind of like leads up. They say it's just as good as Star Wars. That's what they
I-
say.
I don't know about that.
But I never seen it.
I've seen it. I don't know about that.
Okay. Well, Kyle's the man, bro. Kyle gets to see the movies for free anyways.
Yeah.
Like I'm paying for these movie tickets for you guys. He gets to just watch them for free. He has a whole little thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, I actually just went to one and I saw Civil War.
What'd you think?
And it's not Avengers, you guys.
No.
I know a lot of people are saying that. But Civil War is like what would happen if America had a civil war in like modern time and today. And in the commercials, if you guys ever watch the commercials, they do a really good job at hiding the actual storyline.
Right.
And so when I was driving there, I don't like talking about politics. I think that's all like trash in my brain. And I was like, I really don't want to see this. And then when I watched it, I was like, this is actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It was based off the perspective of war journalists.
Yes. It was pretty good.
So it kind of puts you in their mindset and what they go through.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. So if you guys want the free pair of movie tickets to the Harkins, call in, use the Instagram chat. You just got to be the first person to answer the trivia question,
Yeah,
which is, what is the average salary in America? Right?
Yeah.
How do you phrase that?
What's the how much does the average American make?
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. See, you kind of said it better. So again, you guys can call in at 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050.
If you are watching on Instagram and you know the answer, type it out.
Yeah. If you guys want those free pair of movie tickets, leave it in the chat.
To the people that just joined in, we have a trivia question. Okay?
Is that Timmy?
Uh,
Hey Timmy, you want to win free pair of free movie tickets? Answer the question. What's the question, Kyle?
The question is, how much does the average American make? If you get this answer correct, type it in the chat.
Yes, we already had 2 callers.
You get 2 free movie tickets to Harkins.
One caller said 38,000, and the other caller said
59,000.
59,000.
Both are incorrect.
So, and okay, you want to know something?
Someone said 45,000. That is close.
Well, to the T. You want to round it up or what? What did Timmy say?
65K.
Okay.
Timmy, that is
You know
incorrect.
what? We're gonna give it to the 45,000 winner right there.
Okay, you know what?
Congratulations.
Okay.
So, survey says that the average salary Americans make is technically 44,225, but we're gonna round it up to 45,000. So congratulations to. Sorry, I can't read a silent.
Secura_Sweets 909.
There you go.
All right.
Congratulations, Secura.
Congratulations.
Hey, just DM us your phone number. We'll contact you right after the show to get you squared away to get you those free movie tickets. It's 44,000. Yeah. So congratulations to everybody who won those 2 pairs of movie tickets. The
Yeah.
first question was first company that created the
two-way speaker for the drive-thru.
Yes, and congratulations to Anthony for winning those ones. He got a pair of free movie tickets.
And Secura
got a pair of free movie
Sweets
tickets.
909. Please DM us your phone
And
number.
if you guys enjoyed the show, if you guys want us to do more of this stuff, let us know.
Let us know.
You guys, we love doing this stuff for you guys. We love being interactive. We have a lot of good shows. So many times where people called in, great questions, or they just wanted to, join, be on the radio. So we'll probably doing this like once a month for you guys, just to keep you guys, in tune with the show. Our show is very volatile. We have different guests every week. Next week, Prison Talk. Can't wait for that one. Super excited.
We got EDM artists coming up. Mother's Day talk coming up.
Man, back to back to back. Great show, you guys.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to keep it rolling. We got 5 more minutes. At this point, it's whatever we want to talk about. We got those tickets squared away. We're going to be sending them out here. Those callers, you should probably have them by the end of the week. It is Sunday, so hopefully by the end of this week, you guys can go watch. Some
And
movies.
congratulations again to Secure_Sweets 909.
And to Anthony for winning those tickets. Super proud of you guys. And I'll tell you guys why we're doing these giveaways for the movie tickets. I get them at a discount. I didn't know.
He's cheap. He's cheap.
No, not that. As a realtor, you get movie tickets at a discount.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you guys are trying to buy or sell, I'm just kidding. You know what's funny? When people ask me all the time, oh, you're a realtor? I'm like, yeah. They're like, how's the market? Like, how do you answer that? I'll tell you how you answer that. Well, it depends. Are you looking to buy, sell, invest, things like that? Because all that kind of, it ties in. Like right now, if you're a buyer, it's different than if you're a seller.
Right.
You got pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. If you're an investor, things like that.
Okay, Sam,
But
I got a question for you.
What's up?
What does it mean when people say it's a buyer's market or a seller's market right now?
Okay, so
you want to break that down for us?
Yes. When people say it is a seller's market, that means people who are selling their houses are selling it for a lot more money than they can usually sell for.
Oh, okay.
Right? Buyer's market means there's a lot of houses on the market. People are selling their houses for a really good discount. But the things with those, you guys, is that, okay, in a buyer's market, is it really an advantage? Because, yes, you have options, but then you also have competitors.
Less competition.
And when it is a buyer's market, now interest rates are going to want to start to climb, right? Because all these people are spending money, let's bump up the rates. When no one's spending money, they're like, okay, we have to drop the rates.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
So in a seller's market, typically it's high price, decent interest rates and things like that, and you still get a lot of people putting in offers.
Right.
Right now, we're in the transition into a buyer's market. April is the hottest year of the month for real estate, for buying houses.
April.
I think it's because everyone got their taxes back, or everything's figured out, things like that.
What's the worst month?
Probably, believe it or not, even during the holidays, like even during Thanksgiving, and Christmas, and things like that.
Yeah, because everyone's spending money on presents and.
But people want I want to move. I want to find my home before Christmas, or I want to be with my family during the holidays. I want to buy a house then. Right. And then also, if you think about that, no one wants to buy a house. Go buy your house during that. Like the right time is when you're ready.
Right.
It's not when the interest rates are low or when you things like that. Or when people say it's literally when you are ready to buy a house, that is the time. I think that wraps it up.
All right, we got 5 more minutes.
So we usually end our show at 55. Yeah. So we're gonna be wrapping it up. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in and participating. Congratulations to our
Congrats,
winners.
Anthony, Sakura. I'm gonna be in your DM shortly.
He's gonna slide. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna slide and we're gonna get those tickets to you. Okay.
All right, you guys. Hey, stay safe, have fun, happy Sunday. Stick around for the Ferran show at 8 o'clock, and stay blessed. Happy Sunday, guys.
When in dark, walk around the neighborhood.